Hello, welcome to another episode of the Princess Talks. Thank you for joining me. It's a lovely day out there. There's a bit of a breeze and of course there is sunshine. However, I'm not a happy woman right now. I haven't been for the last 3 weeks, but that's okay. Let's talk about this past week. Not a good week at all, but such is life. I know. I'm not the only one who did not have a good week. Well, guess what? Let them talk about it. For now, I'm going to tell you about my week. So this week's show is going in another direction. It was always a ranting show, or a show that has rants by me. But this week, it's different. Personal. It'll be my personal rant. I know. Why, you're always ranting. I'm probably seen as an ABW to some. What's an ABW? You're smart, you know what that is. Not true. I'm not really an ABW. I just don't allow anyone to shit on my head and tell me it's a new sombrero from Mexico. Absolutely not. Other than that, I'm a good woman. So, let's talk about my previous week. It just reminds me how lucky some people are and how unlucky the rest of us are. I know I have my health, kind of, sort of. I have a bed to sleep on or in. I have a little car. Oh yes, let's talk about the car. When I was young, I wanted to have a Corvette. When I was 7, I discovered when I was 11, I discovered Corvettes. When I turned 17, I thought, oh my God, the car of my dream. I would do anything to own a Corvette. Work hard, crappy jobs. Anyway, forget about the Corvette. I didn't get the Corvette. And I'm no longer 17 and I still don't have the Corvette. But fast forward here. So, this may annoy some of you, but who cares? I'm annoyed every day. Why is it in this society people who do bad things get ahead? People who, should we say, let me try to be polite here, screw up their lives. There's always someone there to give them something. Oh, Michael, you crashed the car again because you were drunk driving. We're going to buy you a new one. Susan, what the heck? You just got busted for the 3rd time dealing coke. You're my daughter. Here. No, really. I'm not saying you shouldn't help your kids who've done, should we say, not so good things. But, for the kids who've stayed on a straight and narrow path, why aren't we pat on the back and the head? Why don't we get things? Interesting. The chick on YouTube a couple years back, she wanted money. She begged for money. For fake tits. Yeah, I'm not care about being politically correct. Fake tits. What? Many men logged on and gave her the money. There was another one who wanted to go shopping for expensive Gucci, Coach, whatever you call it. People logged on and gave her money. I'm just asking for a little help to get my business started. Yes, I know you heard it before. I'm going to tell you again. And no one gives me anything. At least I haven't gotten any decent proposal. I've gotten indecent proposal. So let's talk about the car. So last week, just before Christmas, I spent a lot of money trying to fix my car. It got fixed. Things that I really needed done, like tires and that kind of stuff. So I'm driving home last Saturday night from my party that was given to me by 2 of my lovely friends. And this light came on. Fast forward. Well, I was so terrified, but I got home. Monday morning, got up, had the day off work, jumped in the car, light was still on. It's like, realized it was a battery light, picture of a battery. I thought, oh gosh, what now? So I prayed as I've never done before, and begged and prayed and hoped and tried to get onto Bathurst because my mechanic is down there, Bathurst and Dundas. Starling Mike, what a good man, I'm telling you. So I got the car there. Thank God the car didn't stall. I figured if I got on Bathurst, if I had to get a tow truck, it would be straight. So, got there. And the car needed an alternator. Oh, an alternator. I thought, oh God, money that I barely have. It's like, oh. So we got the car fixed. And so, but I was upset because I didn't know if it was the alternator before the mechanic looked at it. It's close to Toronto Western Hospital, my mechanic. And I thought, you know what? To give me a better perspective on life of what people really go through with real problems, I'm going to go to the hospital. So I went over to the hospital, Toronto Western, on the main floor, ground floor, whatever you call it. Got in line, got my large coffee, and sat in the caf there, one of the chairs. Read my newspaper for an hour while the car was being fixed, and looked at all these people going by that are quite ill, some of them, and also imagine what else is going on upstairs in the operating room, the morgue. And I thought, boy, you know, you really don't have it so bad. I know. So what? You have a car, you're lucky. Yeah, of course I am lucky. I worked hard for it. You know what? When many of you were sleeping and doing God knows what, not in your bed necessarily, I was busting my ass. I went to university. I got my degree. Well, you know, it wasn't in the car for me to get the job that I wanted. But yes, I am grateful that I have a job. But like I said, I've been employed for a long, long time. Since I was a teenager, doing all kinds of crappy jobs, okay? So at this point in life, I figure I've earned a little bit of luxury. And do you know why I drive my car most days? To downtown to work? Well, I got my gym stuff, a lot of stuff, you know how it is, shampoo, lotion for my dry legs, maybe some grease for my hair, who knows, that sort of thing. So it's a heavy bag. Not to mention, I'm trying to start my business. Yes, 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 I know you've heard it before. Well, you're going to hear it again. I'm trying to start my business. So I've got, you know, to do the extra shopping and do things. Thus, I need a car. So for me, it's a convenience. But if I was just jumping on the subway with my little purse and my newspaper or magazine, I would gladly get on the subway. Not to mention, I get off work later than many people, okay? So for me, it's a bit of a convenience. And you know, you guys are all saying you should all get healthy, stay healthy. So I need the car so I can get to the gym and do other things. So back to my first point, I think. People who have things, they don't know how lucky they are. They whine and they complain and they do things and mucked up their lives, for a better word. And then their parents are there to bail them out. You know what? Those of you who do that, you don't know. You need a good, can I say good cut ass, but that's not even enough. A good beating, but that's not even enough. Oh, for example, those young hooligans in London, what they did last week, I thought about it, and I was actually going to do a show on it, and I thought, don't bother. But when I think of how fortunate these youngsters are to be going to school, probably from a half-decent home, you know, with running water, bed, cars in the driveway, food in the fridge, and you go outside and do this, you all should be suspended. Your year should be lost, okay? This is the only civil punishment that I can think of. But anyway, let's finish off with me now. So, as I was saying, people who've screwed up their lives, people are there to give them things. Oh, here, let me help you. What about us? Those of us who've done pretty much the right thing most of the time, or sometimes all of the time. We would like a little help too, you know, really. No, I'm not here begging you or anything. I am just saying, hopefully before I'm too old, like 98, if I live that long, I will have money. I will somehow make it. And I'm going to make sure I have scholarships set aside or have something set up for people who've struggled and work hard. Those of you who screwed up your lives, I'm sorry, I don't want to hear your story. Yeah. Your mother was fat. Your mother was ugly. Your father was short. Your father smoked a big pipe. I don't want to hear your excuse. Because if we all use the excuse that we had crappy childhood, this world would be really chaotic. Anyway, in closing, I'm just going to say, those of you who have the necessities, you know, you can go to the grocery store, and I'm not talking pussyteries and the other expensive ones. Just food basics and no frills. Those of you who can go there and buy your grocery, you have a little car that runs, clothes on your back. Yes, I probably have too much, but believe me, a lot of it was given to me. And what am I supposed to do? I gotta take it. So, those of you who've got the necessities, and you've got a little comfort in life, for example, a little car, even if it's an ugly car, because at this point I tell you, I know it's a car. I can't tell you, I am not going to tell you that I'm going to have an intimate relationship with my car, because that would be downright sick. However, the day I have a little car, well, maybe not too little, that runs and doesn't give me headache, oh my God, I am going to kiss it. Not intimately, but you know, that's the kind of kiss. I'm going to hug the seat. I'm going to hug the steering wheel, because really, car stress must be one of the worst. Anyway, I hope I don't come off as an angry black woman, because I know many of you, that's all you think of. Somebody speaks their mind, they're angry. Well, you know what, darlings? I have many reasons to be angry, but since I'm a true lady, most of the times, I'm going to not be angry, because there's no reason. Why? Anyway, those of you that are fortunate enough, thank your lucky stars. Really, every day wake up and say, oh, thank you, Mother Nature, God, Buddha, Isaac, Betsy the cow, whomever. So, until next week, everyone, we will have another show. There won't be any more rants. But I just thought I need to get this off my chest. Okay, everyone. Ciao. Take care and be grateful. Au revoir.